Before them stood this cultivation couple who treated Tan Lang as nothing more than a plaything, yet they were. Ninth-grade immortal lords, beings capable of making countless cultivators bow their heads in submission. Even more unexpectedly, over 600 years later, after Wang Lin rescued immortal Emperor Qing Lin, he would become martial brothers with these two. So, just how powerful was the background of this cloud immortal couple? And what exactly were they plotting within the land of monster spirits? They were the direct disciples personally taught by immortal Emperor Qing Lin himself. Not only were their cultivation levels profound, they were also deeply trusted and favored by Qing Lin. The man was named Wang Wei. His mastery over restriction spells had reached a miraculous level. His cultivation stood at the realm of a ninth-grade immortal lord, equivalent to the peak of shattered nirvana, a supreme powerhouse of the second step. Moreover, Wang Wei was not only Qing Lin's second direct disciple, but also the #1 personal guard under his command. He remained by Qing Lin's side, year-round the sharpest sword and the sturdiest shield of the immortal emperor. The woman was named Hu Huan. She was Qing Lin's 7th direct disciple, and likewise possessed the terrifying cultivation of a 9th-grade immortal lord. In the Tao of restrictions, her attainments even far surpassed her husband Wang Wei. Back then, within Qing Lin's natal cave abode the countless layered, seemingly unsolvable restrictions. Most of them were crafted by Hu Huan herself. Even more remarkable, Hu Huan had grown up alongside Qing Lin's daughter, Qing Shuang, as closest true sisters. With such status within the entire cave world, no one would dare provoke them lightly. In those years when the immortal realm of rain had yet to collapse, Wang Wei and Hu Chuan, as Qing Lin's direct disciples, suppressed their peers wherever they went and established a formidable reputation. After the two formed a Tao couple, they became the envy of countless cultivators. To Wang Wei and Hu Huan, Qing Lin had long surpassed the role of a mere master. He was more like a benevolent father, granting them new life and a future. In the quiet of night, Wang Wei would often recall his days struggling at the bottom ranks of the immortal realm. Back then, he had been nothing more than an obscure and insignificant qi condensation cultivator. No background, no opportunities, no fortune. Even survival had been a distant hope. It was Qing Lin who happened upon him, by chance saw the resilience and talent hidden in his bones, and extended a helping hand, bringing him back to the immortal estate. He taught him cultivation methods and the Tao of restrictions, gave him the opportunity to ascend toward the peak, and even brought about his marriage with Hu Huan. Wang Wei never forgot this kindness, nor did Hu Huan, but good times did not last. A sudden catastrophe completely shattered the prosperity of the immortal realm of rain. The immortal realm suffered annihilation, collapsing in an instant. Immortal Emperor Qing Lin was gravely wounded in the calamity, his life hanging by a thread. Dragging his broken body, Qing Lin returned to his cave abode within the land of monster spirits to enter seclusion and heal. Yet the 8-star ancient demon Bei Luo and the 8-star ancient devil Taja learned of his injuries and immediately joined forces. Taking advantage of Qing Lin's greatest weakness, they launched an assault within the land of monster spirits. Even heavily wounded Qing Lin still bore the might of an immortal emperor. He forcibly shattered Bei Luo's body into 9 pieces, and sealed them in 9 different locations throughout the land of monster spirits, ensuring he would never rise again. Though ancient devil Taja was also severely injured, he seized an opening and invaded Qing Lin's physical body. To resist Taja's corruption and preserve his primordial spirit, Qing Lin exhausted his remaining immortal energy and performed a forbidden technique, the 99 candle art. He concealed his body in the deepest part of the true cave abode and fell into slumber. Qing Lin had long foreseen that in a later age, a fated individual surnamed Wang would overcome countless hardships to arrive at the land of monster spirits and rescue him from peril. Thus he left preparations in advance. His true cave abode was closely linked to 4 auxiliary false abodes. If someone could open all 4 false abodes simultaneously and use the immortal estate token, they could unlock the entrance to the true cave abode. At that moment, boundless pure immortal energy would sweep across the land of monster spirits. Bei Luo's sealed remnant souls would be instantly erased, and with the help of the fated one, Qing Lin could slowly recover, completely purge ancient devil Taja from his body, and reclaim the majesty of the immortal realm of rain. As for why Wang Wei and Hu Juan had lurked within the land of monster spirits for so many years, the root lay in that great catastrophe. At the time of the Immortal Realm's collapse, they had been dispatched by Wang Lin to carry out missions across the cave world and thus narrowly avoided destruction. After learning that Wang Lin had not truly perished, they immediately began searching for their master. Only upon arriving at the land of monster spirits did they sense Wang Lin's aura. However, since Wang Lin was inside the cave abode, they could not enter directly. To rescue their master as soon as possible, Wang Wei and Hu Huan devised a plan. They deliberately spread the news that an immortal cave abode was hidden within the land of monster spirits, thereby attracting the covetous attention of all Seer Tian Yunzi and others. After multiple rounds of scheming and struggle, Wang Wei and Hu Huan seized one false abode. All Seer and Ling Tianhu each obtained one as well. The remaining fourth false abode was discovered by the blood ancestor, the very one to which his daughter, Yaoji Shui, led Wang Lin. Now that cave abode had fallen into Wang Lin's hands. All four false abodes had appeared. At present, only the crucial Golden Immortal estate token remained. Once the token was obtained, they could begin opening Wang Lin's true cave abode. And speaking of this golden token, one could not avoid mentioning the child of destiny of the cave world, Tan Lang. This time, Tan Lang came to the land of monster spirits at the request of Ling Tianhu to assist in competing for the false abodes and their fortunes. As everyone knew, Tan Lang was heaven's favored son, born with a heaven-defying treasure-seeking ability. No matter how well hidden a treasure might be, Tan Lang could easily sense it. Thus, after arriving in the land of monster spirits, he quickly detected the aura of the Golden Immortal estate token. Upon learning that the token would emerge within the abyss of the tide's end, he immediately brought the 12 sword eliminators and began a 100-year vigil at the entrance of the abyss. What Tan Lang never expected, however, was that every single one of his movements had already been clearly observed by Wang Wei and Hu Chuan, who were lurking in the shadows. As the true masterminds behind the entire plan, Wang Wei and Hu Guan noticed Tan Lang's trail and understood his purpose for lying in wait. They did not act rashly. Instead, they waited quietly until the very moment the token was about to appear. Their intention was simple: strike the instant Tan Lang succeeded, seize the token, and completely secure control over opening Wang Lin's cave abode. Interestingly, when Wang Wei and Hu Huan arrived at the entrance of the abyss of the tide's end, they discovered that someone had set up an extraordinarily exquisite, virtually perfect restriction. Wang Wei even wagered with his wife Hu Huan, declaring that it must have been crafted by some old monster who had cultivated for 10,000 years. Never in his wildest imagination would he have guessed that this restriction, one that even he admired, had not been laid by any ancient powerhouse, but by a youth barely 700 years old. Unfortunately for them, Wang Wei and Hu Guan were still one step too late. By the time they broke through the restriction and rushed into the depths of the abyss, Wang Lin had already forcefully snatched the Golden Immortal estate token from Tan Lang's hands. Not only that, he had even devoured Tan Lang's second primordial spirit, the ancient thunder dragon, reaping immense gains. When Wang Wei and Hu Huan reached the depths, they saw the following scene. Zhou Yi and Tan Lang were locked in a fierce confrontation, while Chen Long, the senior brother of the 12 sword eliminators, was attempting to flee amid the chaos. With a single sweep of his gaze, Wang Wei instantly recognized the Rain Immortal sword in Zhou Yi's hand and saw through the identity of its sword, spirit. Without the slightest hesitation, he immediately sealed Tan Lang and Chen Long and placed them inside his storage bag. He then brought Zhou Yi away from the abyss of the tide's end. According to Wang Wei and Hu Huan's original plan, once the golden token appeared, it would mark the perfect opportunity to open Wang Lin's cave abode and rescue their master. But they never expected that Wang Lin would, by sheer coincidence, use the teleportation array beneath the abyss to flee directly to the Latian star domain, where he hid for 500 years. During those 500 years, Wang Wei and Hu Juan never gave up. They continued to lurk within the land of monster spirits, guarding the secret of Wang Lin's cave abode while waiting for Wang Lin's return. They knew he would come back, and indeed 500 years later, Wang Lin, now at the early stage of the Koini realm, returned to the Alliance star domain and once again set foot in the land of monster spirits. This time he truly met Wang Wei and Hu Huan face to face. At their first encounter, Wang Wei and his wife believed that Wang Lin was an enemy. Yet, as they spent more time together and fought side by side repeatedly, they gradually came to understand his true nature. This junior named Wang Lin appeared cunning, ruthless and unforgiving, but deep within. He valued loyalty and affection and clearly distinguished gratitude from grievance. His sincerity, along with his unyielding spirit and refusal to submit to fate, slowly moved Wang Wei and Hu Juan. Wang Wei set aside his pride and lowered his hostility. Hu Quan also released her guarded caution and genuinely accepted the young man. The barriers between the three faded through countless shared battles, replaced instead by deep trust and brotherhood. After emerging from Qing Lin's cave abode, Wang Lin, due to his status within the Vermilion Bird sequence, was taken away by the Four Saints sect. Meanwhile, Wang Wei and Hu Juan finally fulfilled their long-cherished wish and reclaimed their master Qing Lin's physical body. But they discovered that ancient devil Tajia still lurked within it. To fully awaken Qing Lin and expel Tajia was a task as difficult as ascending the heavens. Just when the two were at a loss, the fated one Wang Lin once again stepped onto the stage. Not long afterward, Wang Lin successfully inherited the title of Vermilion Bird Saint Emperor. In order to rescue Qing Lin, he devised a meticulous plan. First, he deliberately spread the rumor that Vermilion Bird Planet concealed the physical body of an 8-star ancient god of royal lineage. This lured the Corpse Yin sect, the La Tian star domain, and the top powerhouses of the Cultivator Alliance to rush toward Vermilion Bird Planet to compete for fortune. Meanwhile, Wang Lin quietly led a group of powerful cultivators, including Wang Wei Hu Juan and Situ Nan, to the shattered immortal realm of rain. There they first joined forces to rescue the long-imprisoned Azure Dragon Saint Emperor. Then, under the guidance of Qing Lin's remnant divine sense, Wang Lin borrowed the strength of everyone present to briefly step into the third step realm, engaging ancient devil Tajia in a heaven-shaking final battle. After immense hardship, Wang Lin finally succeeded in helping immortal Emperor Qing Lin revive once more. With a mere lift of his hand, Qing Lin reconstructed the immortal realm of rain. To repay Wang Lin for saving his life, Qing Lin immediately decided to accept Wang Lin as his final disciple. And after witnessing Situ Nan's astonishing talent and potential, he likewise took Situ Nan into his sect. Thus, Wang Wei and Hu Juan's long years of persistence and scheming were finally fulfilled. Their master Qing Lin revived. The immortal realm of rain was restored. Their decades of endurance and sacrifice were finally rewarded. And Wang Lin and Situ Nan became their junior martial brothers. Wang Wei and Hu Quan no longer wandered the world. They chose to remain within the newly restored immortal realm of rain, cultivating in seclusion beside their master, Qing Lin, guarding the homeland they had once lost, and now reclaimed once again. If you enjoy my way of explaining, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really motivates me to keep creating.